And we are live on Zoom. We are live on YouTube. And we are live on the Sevens with Pifers B Metatron's internet radio station. Thankful and grateful, as always, to be here. Uh, uh, yeah. I briefly want to talk about how's everybody's weekend. How was everybody's weekend? Because there was some celestial and cosmic shenanigans going on, starting with that proverbial Friday the 13th. Yeah, it really was a Friday the 13th this past Friday. So and again, your experiences when these curveballs, cosmic curveballs, get thrown at you, your experiences are a direct result of how you have been and how you have been talking and how you have been treating people and how you have been living. So uh, uh, my chaos was more of a delay. It wasn't package that should have came Friday, didn't. And then when I went online to look for it Saturday, they was acting brand new, like they ain't even never seen the package when I've been getting alerts for 3 days on the package. And then uh, yesterday it was a holiday, so wasn't no mail.
Yeah.
But then when I got up this morning and checked the to see if it was out for delivery, it said it was delivered yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean it was delivered yesterday? Wasn't no mail. And I walked outside and my box was on the porch. So yeah, that's about all that truly happened to me. Uh, not going to ever give too much of the personal life, but just know that there is movement. Uh,
Uh-huh.
there is movement in the cordoned off reality of Pi Frisbee Metatron. There is movement out there, and normally, I get my pistol and be like, "Hey, who's this? Get out of here!" But this time, the pistol is back there. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm looking to see who it is. Um, um, had a few minor technological issues. I'm giving everybody a disclaimer now. If we're on the phone if I'm calling you or you calling me on my phone and the calls drop, it's probably my phone and my network. So don't be like, "Oh, I don't know what's wrong with my phone." No, I'm letting everybody know right now. It's my shit. So, but other than that, everything has been cool. I'm excited. I got over and through the fog of my birthday week. Everything just went so fast last week, and it was a fog. And again, coming to the realization that everything I did in January, that was a whole lot, and I really needed to rest. I was grateful to get out of that 11-2 year, and yeah, and to start this new cycle that I started on my birthday, a new 7 and a new 9 year cycle. So it took about these 7 days for my body to be like, okay, hey, we got a new pace, we got a new thing. It's gonna take you a minute to get used to this shit, but get used to it because we're here. So for that, I'm grateful, man. I'm really grateful, and I can tell y'all from now until I don't want to put a deadline on anything, but from now until we're gonna be broadcasting and teaching and expanding, and every episode we're gonna go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Before I open it up for High Priestess or you, Ryan, I want to share something with you, High Priestess, that I was talking to Ryan earlier and was telling him how much I appreciate you uh, for this astrology broadcast because you know your shit and I know that and I'm always grateful for that. I'm not gonna put nobody on my shit that don't know their shit. That's number one. Number two, I trust you and every time you tell me you're gonna show up, you show the fuck up. So that right there, that matters to me. But for the most part, uh, um, I know astrology in a totally different way than the regular people know astrology. I know it. I know some advanced astrology. I was taught some advanced shit first. I didn't get the houses and aspects and all of that shit until years later. I was taught some advanced concepts, and you allow me to get back in that chair, giving more of a global, esoteric, prophetic viewpoint. And then you come with your expertise. I am so grateful because now I don't have to start on Saturday putting all this shit together for a Tuesday broadcast. Okay, I don't have to do all the shit and advance the elliptical and all. Yeah, I don't have to go through all of that anymore. I have you now, so I'm thankful and grateful for that. And thankful and grateful that you are ready, willing, and able to step into your authority and to step into a more authentic version of yourself and I'm happy for it. I'm all for it. So tell us about what's been going on with you since Friday the 13th, High Priestess.
Well, first of all, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, because I do see you as someone who's very well mastered in this arena. So I definitely look up to your wisdom. Like I admire your wisdom very much. So thank you for that. Um, yes, the whole weekend was kind of like real chill
Okay.
and it was like the realization was like hitting me like, okay, so we really about to do this. Like it's nothing else. Like this is it. It's really nothing else to it. And just watching how things just played out piece by piece. And it's like I really gotta keep reminding myself, like I really don't have nothing to really worry about. I just gotta let it happen. Like for real, for real. Like my Virgo stellium be like counting and ticking and
And nitpicking, yeah, and nitpicking, yes.
I'll be like trying to calm down. But yeah, like throughout the whole weekend, it's been like a need to just own my space, just own my lane, just own all of it. Not even just the shiny perfect pieces. It's also this size that's like we still got a ways to go, but we still moving.
Absolutely.
We still moving. So
Absolutely.
come into today, like I didn't really sleep much. The weekend I slept a lot, but
Hmm.
I didn't sleep at night. I mostly slept during the day. I
Mm.
didn't sleep at night.
Okay.
So so like even coming into the week, I still wasn't really sleeping much at night. But during the day, it was like I had this shift even earlier this morning where it was like I felt like I was starting like it's so much electricity going on and I could just feel it.
That
I feel it so much. And I had to ask myself, like, what do my body need right now?
absolutely. That was that solar eclipse going exact at around four something this morning. Yeah. Yep. 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 It jumped me. It jumped my ass out of the bed. I was like, what? What? Huh? I'm looking around because whatever vision or dream or timeline
Mhm.
or alternative incarnation that I was in, we was having a ball some damn where, and it was loud, and all I remember was a bunch of techno music and lights. It was like a old mix of 70s disco with a 90s rage party, and that's what it felt like. But this shit woke me up, and I was like sitting here, and I haven't been back to sleep since. So I get it. I get it about this today, and a lot of that is still from what was going on Sunday when that sun squared Uranus. Yeah, and we're gonna get into that in a few minutes, you guys. We're gonna get into that. But yeah, it's important. We don't want nobody to sleep on on the sun square and Uranus. Yeah, we're gonna get to Saturn and both Neptune and Aries and this and especially for the 2 years that they're going to both be there. And yes, we're going to talk about the solar eclipse and the new moon. However, we're going to jump out the box with probably the igniter, the trigger for all of what is taking place from 4 a.m. this morning forward. It's a whole new ball game, you guys. I don't know if all of y'all feel it. I felt it this morning. It's a whole new ball game. And if anybody thinks that you can still hold on to a little remnant of the old paradigm, you're getting ready to get smashed like a bug under a size 12 shoe. I'm serious. I'm serious. Let the old paradigm go. That old thinking, the old ways and means of living and being, your old perspectives, old belief systems, old hardwired morals that was given to you or forced on you or beaten into you. Yeah, yeah. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Ryan, how's your weekend been, brother? How you been since Friday the 13th? What's been going on with you?
Literally, the last part of what you said is what it is. So, my answer is your last 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if you don't correct that shit, it's going to be a different type of regret this time.
Whew.
It's going to be a different type of regret this cycle. And I'm living so on my spiritual pivot like the ancient ones that I'm gonna fall back on the call unless I'm really needed or if someone genuinely has a
Absolutely.
question. Because check this out, my archetype report told me for this call,
Uh-huh.
play the background, just observe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's how I'm
Absolutely.
using our tools. I put my archetype report in for today. I told it what I had to do today, and when it got to this call, hey, fall back, absorb. So that's
Absolutely.
what I'm gonna do. I appreciate everybody.
Absolutely. 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 Sojourner, how you been since Friday the 13th?
Oh, I've been pretty good. Just working on maxing and relaxing.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Appreciate your presence here. I think the iPad is Roy. Roy, you good? You want to unchime yourself or are you just here to listen today, sir? If you want to talk, unmute yourself. Don, I appreciate your attendance. You're always a welcome addition to the broadcast, and we have a definite sign that ain't nothing the same since 4 o'clock this morning forward, because Ashley K, the shit, as I like to call her, she calls it the shift, but I call her the shit in the best possible way, has joined us. And Ashley, will you unmute yourself and just say hello to some of the folks that you know and just grace us? How's it been since Friday 13th, Ash? She might be wanting to act brand new and don't want to say nothing, be all shy and bashful, and that's okay too. We gonna get you. You're gonna say something to us before the end of the show. Uh, uh, okay, no problem, Roy. We'll catch you after you finish cooking your dinner. If you have something that you want to add to this, just put it in the chat, and then I'll come back to you. Or you can raise your hand in the box, and then I'll come back to you. All right, all right. We are back and we are live. This is On the Sevens with Pifers B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pifers B. Metatron, your host with the most, and today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this. When you make that mantra a part of your daily rituals, and then you go about doing the things that motivates and inspires you to do, you too will have a life that gets better each and every day exponentially. I'm thankful and grateful for everybody that is here. We will not be dilly-dallying with a bunch of fluff and filler. We're going to get right into the program. But first, this segment of our program is sponsored by Jolene's Written Expressions. Jolene Herbert is a Mary Kay beauty consultant, a licensed social worker with over 20 plus years of experience. She is a featured author and co-editor of the Indico Sound Off magazine. She's a motivational speaker. She's a civil rights advocate and a mental health advocate. Should you need any of her services, you can reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with her. And if you want to get a copy of her book, Jolene's Written Expressions, or her other two books, go to Amazon, type in her name, Jolene Herbert, and you will get taken right to her order page. Again, this section of our show is being sponsored by Jolene's Written Expressions, Miss Jolene Herbert, published author. All right. All right. This is February 2026, mid-month Zodiac Native Soul Vibrations. We want to start out by talking about Saturn and Neptune in Aries, the great fire reforging. Saturn, from February 13th, 2026 through April 12th, 2028, and Neptune from January 26, 2026 through May 21st, 2038. Neptune's going to be there a lot longer. Standing together in Aries. So we're talking about this 2 years until April 13th, 2028, forms a rare alchemical crucible where structure meets disillusion inside the sign of ignition. Aries governs emergence, instinct, and the primal spark that initiates creation. When Saturn, the architect of form, enters this domain alongside Neptune, the veiler and the revealer, the collective enters a phase where identity, purpose, and direction undergo a profound reconstitution. This pairing does not soften the fire, it intensifies it, shaping it into a forge where illusions burn away and new frameworks rise from the embers. Saturn in Aries demands accountabilities for one's impulses, choices, and direction. It calls for mastery of instinct rather than reaction. Neptune in Aries dissolves false identities, outdated motivations, and egoic armor, or the armor of your ego. Together, they create a field where the self is stripped to its essential flame. This is not a gentle process. It is a purification that removes every layer that cannot withstand truth. The individual and collective both feel the pressure to define who they are without external validation, inherited narratives, or unconscious repetition. This transit activates the warrior mystic archetype. Saturn shapes the discipline required for sovereignty, while Neptune opens the intuitive channel that reveals the deeper mission. Aries becomes the battleground where clarity and confusion meet, where the ego dissolves into purpose, and where the soul steps forward with renewed authority. The fire of Aries becomes a lantern rather than a wildfire. Saturn gives it structure. Neptune gives it vision. Collectively, this marks a period of new leadership paradigms. Old hierarchies lose coherence as Neptune erodes their foundations. Saturn then rebuilds leadership models aligned with authenticity, courage, and integrity. Individuals feel compelled to step into roles they once avoided, guided by an inner summons that cannot be ignored. The world shifts from reactive conflict towards conscious action. Though the transition may feel chaotic as outdated systems collapse. Listen up. On a personal level, this transit awakens dormant courage. It reveals where fear has masqueraded as caution and where hesitation has disguised itself as patience. Neptune dissolves the fog around self-doubt, while Saturn reinforces the structures needed to act with precision. The result is a new form of selfhood, clear, decisive, spiritually anchored, and unafraid of visibility. This is a rebirth of will, a reactivation of instinct, a return to the original flame that lives beneath conditioning. Saturn and Neptune in Aries forge a self that is both disciplined and visionary, grounded and inspired. The world becomes a training ground for mastery, and every challenge becomes a doorway to deeper sovereignty. The great fire reforging has begun, and those who step forward with courage will shape the next era. That's the soul. High Priestess Williams will give you the science. Take it away, High Priestess.
Yeah. So this definitely with the Neptune and Saturn conjunction, this is the end of avoidance and the birth of embodied spirituality. So Saturn and Neptune coming together, it's always the collapse of an illusion, but it's at 0 degrees of Aries. So this is like the first breath of a new era. 0 is not yet the full wisdom, but it is pointing us to instinct or forming our identity. So now it's, who am I when I stop disassociating? Neptune is no longer in Pisces. So Saturn is asking us about structure, discipline, and responsibility, but Neptune is saying, remember spirit, remember your imagination, remember the unseen realm. So Aries is no longer about believing in something. It's about you having to actually live in it. Like you can't bypass anymore spiritually. You can't go to the I feel called without actually doing the calling. You can't wait for someone to come and save you or be guided or validated. Like all of that has to go out the window because that's kind of more of like a childishness when it comes to owning our spirituality. And right now it's a time for us to be in spiritual adulthood. So you don't get to say I'm intuitive and still avoid hard decisions. And you don't get to say I'm awakened but refuse to take accountability. Now, everyone can say that, you know, the decisions you make is the life that you also make, of course. But if we're not taking accountability for everything, we're still using the past, or we're still using, you know, our parents or some type of structure as a reason for why we don't follow our individual unique path, then it's just pure wanting to be lazy, pretty much. Like you're not using that Aries energy to really push yourself. Like that Mars energy is about go action. It's not about, you know, riding the fence. It's just straight go to it. So somebody who's been healing for years, they might suddenly realize, or something might suddenly click for them. Like if I don't show up the way I know I'm supposed to every day, then none of what I've been working towards or anything that I've been building, it won't even matter. it will be pointless. So that's the point of this conjunction. It's about spiritual truth demanding you to embody it. And Aries do connect with our first house in our Mars energy. So even though we have that conjunction at 0 degree Aries, you also want to look at where is Mars in your chart. What is your first house also looking like? Where is this conjunction activating? Do you have a 0 to 3 degree of another cardinal sign, whether it's an opposition in Libra or it's a square with Cancer and Capricorn, because those points in your chart are also being activated for us personally if we know our chart. So once that internal initiation starts to happen, because all cardinal songs are about initiating you into a new way of doing things. This is fire, so it's initiation to new actions. So the universe, it's not going to allow you to stay comfortable anymore. And that's something that's come up a lot in conversations too with people. It's like you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's where the Sun and Uranus square comes in.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And all of us need to understand that what High Priestess was talking about and what I was talking about, it's a 2-year journey, y'all. So for me, if I know I have a long journey, I'd rather get the hard shit over first and then be able to enjoy the remainder of the journey. So dive into areas that you got self-doubt about. Dive into the places where you're holding on to old stuff and just move on, move forward. And when the brick wall shows up, keep moving. All right, all right. Speaking of the Sun squaring Uranus, that was the lightning strike. The Sun squared Uranus on Sunday the 15th, and it delivered a jolt of electric awakening that disrupted stagnation and accelerated personal evolution. This aspect acts as a cosmic defibrillator, shocking the system into awareness and revealing where life has grown too predictable, too controlled, or too aligned with outdated patterns. The Sun represents identity, vitality, and conscious direction. Uranus governs liberation, innovation, and sudden change. When they form a square, tensions build until a breakthrough becomes inevitable. This transit exposes the places where authenticity has been compromised. Any area of life where one has conformed for safety or remained silent for comfort becomes illuminated. Uranus sends a surge of clarity that reveals the truth beneath the surface. The Sun then demands action aligned with that truth. The result is a moment of rupture that leads to freedom. This is not chaos for its own sake. It is liberation disguised as disruption. The square activates the inner rebel, the part of the psyche that refuses to remain confined. It encourages bold decisions, unconventional solutions, and innovative approaches. The individual feels compelled to break patterns that once felt immovable. This can manifest as sudden insights, unexpected opportunities, or abrupt shifts in relationships, work, or identity. The energy moves quickly, and resistance only intensifies the pressure. Following the current leads to revelation. Collectively, this transit accelerates technological, social, and ideological shifts. Uranus disrupts systems that rely on rigidity, while the Sun exposes their limitations. Movements towards decentralization, autonomy, and innovation gain momentum. People feel a heightened desire for freedom, authenticity, and self-expression. The world experiences a surge of experimentation as old structures lose relevance. Keep that in mind, especially with what you're going to be hearing on the social geopolitical stage in these next couple of weeks. On a personal level, the sun squaring Uranus awakens dormant potential. It reveals hidden talents, suppressed desires, and unexplored paths. The individual may feel restless, inspired, or electrified. This is a moment to embrace change rather than fear it. Uranus rewards those who act with courage and punishes stagnation with discomfort. The sun provides the clarity needed to navigate the shift. This transit also activates the nervous system. The body may feel charged, alert, or overstimulated. Grounding practices help integrate the energy. The key is to remain open to new possibilities without clinging to old expectations. The lightning strike clears the path for a more authentic expression of self. The Sun square Uranus marks a turning point. It breaks open the shell of familiarity and reveals the expansive horizon behind it. Those who embrace the shock with awareness will experience a profound leap forward. The lightning strike does not destroy, it awakens. Go ahead, Miss High Priestess, Miss Williams.
Yes, with the Sun square Uranus, knowledge challenges your comfort zone. So we know Aquarius is I know, and Taurus is I have. So there's going to be a lot that we don't know that we have to trust. That's where the uncomfortability comes in. But we can trust ourselves too. And we know ourselves. So we need to trust what we know about ourselves if we're going to look at the past. So the sun is an illuminator. Uranus is the awakener. But the key here is that the sun is in Aquarius, depositing that energy into Uranus in Taurus, which rules Aquarius, right? So that Uranus and Taurus is like a detriment placement. It's not comfortable being there, even though these two energies is what we call created the Titans. So that's the type of energy is being manifested right now. It's time for us to own that Titan energy, that godly energy, that powerhouse energy. So the awareness we're gaining about humanity, networks, systems, and collective truth is being deposited into Uranus and Taurus, where this is about our resources, what our immediate needs being met, what feels safe for us, our money, our food, where we live, like the lay of the land, and again, our comfort zone. So the square, which is just a challenge, and it comes from internal conflict, is what do you now know no longer matches how you are living? What do you feel is currently a mismatch to where your future Aquarius where you're going? And because it's a 90-degree angle, that's the friction that's pushing the movement. And then 27-degree is a Gemini degree, and Gemini also relates to making a decision, okay? Making choices, how you think about things, how you speak about things, and your mental state, what you're choosing to learn in order for you to grow. So the resistance that can create with the tension doesn't look like you're fighting to change anything. It really just going to look like you're not making a decision at all. So a lot of indecision comes from overthinking or just sitting on the pot and not being neutral, or keep saying that you don't know enough yet before you can allow yourself to move. And just like we just previously mentioned with the 0-degree Aries, is you have to get off your butt and move. And that electricity or that nervous system that you were referencing as well is about your nervous system is connecting to something way higher than your physical self that's telling you now's the time, like it's time to turn it up. So with 27-degree as well, 2 + 7 = 9, and the 9 says you've already learned enough. You have enough knowledge where you are. Be okay with being uncomfortable, not knowing the rest, even though you know where you're going. Okay, the how is what we give up control over. And when it comes to Saturn too, wherever you have your Saturn placement, look where that is. Saturn is about, a lot of people look at it as about control, but when you choose to release control is when you gain more power. And wherever you have Saturn is going to show you where you have been the most difficulty releasing that control. So some real life examples I just want to get into is people are being forced to change jobs because what once felt stable now feels like you're basically on a slow death internally. So, and sudden information may come from unexpected sources that cannot be ignored. Like you really it's gonna be for you, and you can't turn a blind eye to it no more. So your nervous system may feel overloaded because your mind knows, your spirit knows, your psyche knows that change is needed, but your body, Taurus, is scared. That's the resistance, and Aquarius squares Taurus out of to force it out the comfort zone. So it creates electricity, it creates anxiety, it creates the restlessness. So again, grounding your energy, which I was talking about earlier with one of my friends, it's like I got all this electricity in my brain that's just like poo, 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 poo. And the only thing I want to do is go put my feet in some dirt.
Yeah.
Preferably some warm dirt.
Yes.
Because it's cold here. But some warm dirt, or like I want to be near more flowers. Like the sunlight today, it was hitting my over gorgeous forehead, and it was feeling so good because it was like, yes, like I need this. Like this feels so good. It feels so healing. So while this energy is moving forward for the rest of the week, move your body, get back in touch with the earth somehow. Get back in touch with nature, simplify your environment, declutter. Because I know a lot of Taurus energy likes to hold on to things and possess a lot of things. And Uranus being square with with Aquarius right now is asking you to let go of what you think is yours, or whatever possessions you feel like you're going to need, because you don't need them at all. So, and choose to make one concrete decision instead of 10 theoretical ideas of what might happen or what may happen. Like get really grounded. And once that awakening happens, you allow yourself to adjust. Once you can't unknow what you know, the eclipse that we just had earlier today is going to seal it. What about after it stings you?
Thank you, High Priestess. And oh yes, around 4 something. It wasn't. Yeah, it was early 4:03 ish. Uh, this morning here in this hemisphere, where we all are habitants of solar eclipse and new moon in Aquarius. What I like to describe opened the shadow gate opened this morning. The solar eclipse and new moon in Aquarius on this morning opens a shadow gate that resets collective timelines and rewrites personal trajectories. Eclipses function as cosmic thresholds where the past dissolves and the future emerges with unusual clarity. Aquarius governs innovation, liberation, and the collective field. When the moon and sun align in this sign during an eclipse, the world enters a moment of profound reconfiguration. This eclipse reveals the hidden architecture of collective consciousness. It exposes outdated systems, beliefs, and structures that no longer serve the evolution of humanity. Aquarius seeks freedom, equality, and visionary progress. The eclipse amplifies these themes, dissolving attachments to old paradigms and opening space for new possibilities. The shadow gate invites individuals to release identities, roles, and narratives that restrict their potential. On a personal level, this eclipse activates the inner visionary, It awakens the part of the psyche that sees beyond the present moment and senses the emerging future. The individual may feel a sudden shift in perspective, a desire for greater authenticity, or a need to align with a deeper mission. The eclipse clears the path for new relationships, communities, and collaborations that support growth and expansion. The energy of Aquarius encourages detachment from emotional entanglements that cloud judgment. This does not diminish connection, it enhances clarity. The eclipse invites individuals to observe their lives from a higher vantage point, recognizing patterns that require release. This is a moment to let go of obligations that drain energy and commitments that no longer resonate. Collectively, the eclipse accelerates technological and social evolution. Innovations that once seemed distant become suddenly relevant. Movements towards decentralization, community empowerment, and collective intelligence gain momentum. The world experiences a shift towards greater awareness of interconnectedness. The Shadow Gate reveals the hidden threads that bind humanity together. This eclipse also activates the nervous system and the subtle body. The energy may feel electric, expansive, or disorienting. Grounding practices help integrate the shift. The key is to remain open to new insights and willing to release old patterns. The eclipse does not remove anything essential. It removes what obstructs the path. The solar eclipse in Aquarius marks a turning point in personal and collective evolution. It opens a doorway to a future aligned with authenticity, innovation, and freedom. Those who step through the shadow gate with awareness will experience a profound expansion of possibility. The eclipse does not close a chapter, it opens a new one. Go on ahead now, High Priestess.
Yeah, so this new moon basically is telling us accountability for awareness. So we all know eclipses are non-negotiable resets. So this gives us a time to ask ourselves, now that you see the system that you are standing in, Aquarius is not about fitting into a system. It's about creating authentic contribution to a system that you came here to build or be a part of. So this eclipse doesn't care about your comfort zone. It doesn't care about anything having to do with the past. It has to do about alignment. And 28 degrees is a late stage awareness. It also connects to money, but it is a late stage awareness. So you don't get to claim ignorance anymore. And that's just choosing not to grow. That's choosing not to create your own wisdom. So people collectively are being pushed to reconnect with their higher intelligence, their inner authority, and their personal role that they came here to fulfill. So this has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with ideology. It's all about your purpose. Now, because they're going to be a Pisces stellium, that's going to be second house to the eclipse energy. This is the physical manifestation of how we identify our future. And Pisces does create the dreaminess, but it also can create the fog. And that fog is really just manifesting in the physical, the things that you need to separate yourself from. Because Pisces energy has a way of, it is a collective, but it has a way of like absorbing itself within the thing and not knowing what it is apart from what is around its environment. So this can require some isolation. This can require deeper meditations, or you may fall into deeper meditations and have deeper insights from allowing yourself to sit with yourself in stillness for a while. But this also manifests as where compassion can come in, and it doesn't have to be codependent. Pisces ask us for self-forgiveness, not self-abandonment. So we're going to stop with the North Node. We're going to stop looking for meaning in every little thing, whether it's love or salvation outside of yourself. And because the 9 degree with the North Node and Venus conjunction is a Sagittarius degree. So this is about healing with truth, not fantasy. This is about allowing ourselves to, again, reconnect with the higher power that is within us, that created us, that dwells in everything that we choose to manifest, because the universe is going to just say yes to us. So we have to be aware of what we're asking of, what are we trying to release. So another way we can work with this energy too is to do a creative release, whether it's music or journaling or doing a water ritual, which I kept hearing myself today say, the answer to everything healing is water. It's water. So creating compassionate boundaries with yourself and others, letting go of the savior dynamic. No one's coming to save us. A man is not coming to save a woman. A woman is not coming to save a man. Like you're just here to save yourself. You are your salvation. Okay. And choosing faith in yourself to be that person, which Jupiter energy is all about. That's a gift that we all have, is that we can have faith in ourselves, and that's it. Instead of looking for external validation, which that more so relates to in the tarot, we would call the devil card, where you're having a hard time releasing yourself because you're afraid or you have fear of what life will be like in the unknown of not having it. Allowing ourselves just to go through the process of that release will be very healing. So this week is not so much about politics. It is about identity. It is about action. It's about who you choose to be now that you know better, so you can do better. You know, with the conjunction, it's initiating us. The square is like, all right, it's time to get up. And then the eclipse is going to hold us accountable to what we're supposed to be doing. So knowledge does challenge the comfort zone, but now we just got to be asking ourselves, what are you going to do differently? How are you going to live differently? How are you going to respond to things that come up the same way differently? Because there's always a choice. And one of the decks that I have, it's a Lenormand deck that this one Black lady made. And in the deck, it says, like, you get to go through your cycles over and over again. And you get to choose whether you want to continue or you want to level up. And either way, it's your choice. It's not one that's necessarily better than or greater than. It's just about, do you know or do you need to learn again? And learning again is kind of painful in the 3D. So I hope we all just choose to go up and leave it behind, because we're going to be grateful from cutting those things off. We're going to be grateful to walk away from those. We're going to see what other opportunities come in, because as soon as we allow ourselves to release, it always ends up being replaced by something better anyway. That's the whole point, is, do you trust to let go so you can receive what you've been asking for? Because it's literally all we've been asking for. So it's like, do you want your dreams to come true, or do you not want your dreams to come true? Do you want to live in the dream that you're manifesting, or do you want to keep yourself out of it and at a distance saying, oh, I wish I could do that? Oh, it's like, no, you can do it now. You can live in it now. And it doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be something just as simple as you changing one task or adding one task every single day to push your needle forward. That's all it really takes. And with that momentum building with the Aries conjunction, it's like you're going to feel more motivated to continue, and you're going to end up doing more than you expected yourself to do, just because you chose to commit and not break and get back on your horse when you fall off. And it is a fire horse here. So
yes,
let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, High Priestess Williams. Do we have any comments, any questions, any concerns for the High Priestess? Well, those excellent and on point and esoterically sound planetary movement interpretations were given to you guys by astrologist Alania Williams, astrologer and psychic medium. Alania Williams is the founder of you know the word I'm saying, LLC, is an intuitive astrologer and psychic medium. She provides personalized readings with accuracy and care. Her Moon Series ebooks guide self-discovery through moon signs, energy mastery, and personal growth. If you need email, website, Instagram, and all of that, I will have her put it in the chat for each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, High Priestess Alania. And yeah, offline, you're gonna have to teach me how to say that. Yeah, reminiscent. Yeah,
Reminiscent.
reminiscent. There we go.
I
Okay.
came up with it one day because I was trying to figure out what name I wanted to name my Instagram, and I was caught between benevolent and reminiscent, and I wanted something that reminded me of water in the beach. So
Works
that's
for
what I
me.
came up with.
It works for me. All right, all right. All right, we're going to run on to the Zodiac Native Soul Vibrations. We have added in archetypes, and I'm letting everyone know that all of these soul vibrations are for the sun sign, if you have it as a sun sign, if you have it as a moon sign, or a rising sign. And of course, if you have a stellium of it in your chart, you will want to listen to that one as well. All right. Aries natives, got one for you. The Dawn Breaker. Your archetype is the first flame, the initiator, and the warrior mystic. Uh, Whether it's dealing with your sun, if you have it as a sun or the moon or rising, it's going to be dealing with identity, ignition, emotional purification, and or destiny realignment. Saturn and Neptune moving through your sign place you inside the forge itself. Your entire identity structure undergoes refinement, purification, and elevation. Saturn demands mastery of instinct. Neptune dissolves false motivations. Together, they strip you to your essential flame. You feel the call to step into a role that once felt distant. Leadership becomes unavoidable. Visibility becomes necessary. The world feels your presence shifting. The Sun square Uranus electrifies your relationships, alliances, and commitments. Any bond that restricts your sovereignty cracks open. Any dynamic that suppresses your voice receives a lightning strike. You may experience sudden changes in partnerships, collaborations, or social circles. These shifts are not destabilizing, they are liberating. Uranus frees you from patterns that once disguised themselves as loyalty. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your 11th house of community, mission, and collective influence. A new network forms around you. A new audience emerges. A new purpose calls you forward. You release outdated friendships and step into a field where your voice carries farther than ever before. This eclipse marks the beginning of a long term shift in how you contribute to the collective. For Aries suns, this is a rebirth of identity. For Aries moons, this is a purification of emotional instinct. And for Aries risings, this is a complete timeline shift. And if you have the Aries stellium, you get all three. You are becoming the version of yourself that your destiny always required. All right. Taurus natives, the Earth Keeper. I got one for you. Your archetype is the stabilizer, the builder, the sacred gardener. And whether it's dealing with the sun, moon, or rising, enter restructuring, spiritual grounding, karmic release. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 12th house, initiating a deep internal clearing. Old fears, unconscious patterns, and ancestral imprints rise to the surface for release. This is a sacred retreat phase where your inner world becomes the primary arena of transformation. Saturn strengthens your spiritual discipline. Neptune dissolves illusions around self sacrifice and martyrdom. You reclaim your energy from hidden drains. The sun squaring Uranus strikes your identity field. Sudden shifts in self perception, appearance, or personal direction emerge. You may feel restless or compelled to break routines that once felt secure. Uranus awakens your desire for freedom, innovation, and authenticity. You step out of old roles and into a more liberated expression of self. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your 10th house of career, reputation, and destiny path. A major professional shift unfolds. A new direction emerges. You may release an old career identity and step into a role that aligns with your evolving values. The eclipse clears outdated ambitions and opens a path towards greater influence. For Taurus suns, this is a redefinition of purpose. For Taurus moons, this is emotional liberation. For Taurus risings, this is a destiny level career shift. And for the Taurus stellium, you get a little bit of all three. You are grounding a new version of yourself that carries far greater authority, my ascending Taurus natives. Good stuff. I'm excited for you, Tauruses. Geminis, the messenger of the worlds. I got one for you. Your archetype is the communicator, the weaver, the trickster sage. And whether it's dealing with your sun, moon, or rising, we're talking about network activation, mission clarity, and intellectual awakening. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 11th house, reshaping your social field. You step into new communities, alliances, and collaborative missions. Saturn brings discernment. Neptune brings vision. You release superficial connections and align with individuals who match your frequency. Your voice gains influence. Your ideas reach further. The sun squaring Uranus electrified your 11th house, revealing hidden truths, suppressed desires, and unconscious motivations. Sudden insights break through. You may experience vivid dreams, intuitive downloads, or revelations that shift your direction. Uranus frees you from internal limitations that once shaped your choices. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your 9th house of higher knowledge, travel, and spiritual expansion. A new worldview emerges. You may begin a study, journey, or teaching path that alters your trajectory. The eclipse opens a portal to higher understanding and dissolves outdated beliefs. For Gemini suns, this is a renaissance of intellect. For Gemini moons, this is emotional clarity. For Gemini risings, this is a shift in worldview and destiny. And for the Gemini stellium, you get a little bit of all three. You are becoming a messenger for a new era, my ascending Gemini natives. Cancer natives, the lunar alchemist, got one for you. This one's kind of important to me. The archetype is the nurturer, the protector, the memory keeper. Whether it's dealing with sun, moon, rising, or stellium, power is going to deal with power reclamation, emotional sovereignty, and ancestral release. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 10th house, reshaping your public identity. You step into greater responsibility, visibility, and authority. Saturn demands mastery of leadership. Neptune dissolves fears around exposure. You release outdated roles and step into a destiny path that aligns with your soul's mission. The Sun square Uranus electrifies your 11th house, shifting friendships, alliances, and community roles. Sudden changes in your social field occur. You may leave groups that no longer resonate and join networks that support your evolution. Uranus awakens your desire for freedom and authenticity. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your 8th house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. A deep emotional reset unfolds. You release old attachments, karmic entanglements, and energetic cords. The eclipse opens a path towards deeper intimacy and financial empowerment. All right. For Cancer suns, this is a rise into authority. For Cancer moons, this is emotional purification. For Cancer risings, this is a transformation of power. And for Cancer stelliums, this you'll get a little bit of each. You are stepping into a new level of sovereignty, my ascending Cancer natives. And right behind you, another one that's really important to me, Leo. Leo natives, the solar sovereign archetype, the creator, the performer, the radiant monarch. Whether it's dealing with the sun, moon, rising, or stellium, it's going to deal with expansion, revelation, and relational evolution. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 9th house, expanding your worldview. You feel compelled to explore, study, teach, or travel. Saturn brings discipline to your learning. Neptune opens mystical insight. You release outdated beliefs and step into a more expansive understanding of your purpose. The sun squaring Uranus strikes your 10th house, creating sudden shifts in career, reputation, or public identity. You may experience breakthroughs, opportunities, or unexpected changes in direction. Uranus frees you from professional limitations and opens a path toward innovation. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your 7th house of relationships. A major relational reset unfolds. You may release old dynamics and step into partnerships aligned with your evolution. The eclipse brings clarity around commitment, boundaries, and shared purpose. For Leo suns, this is a revelation of destiny. For Leo moons, this is emotional clarity in relationships. For Leo risings, this is a shift in partnership and purpose. And for the Leo stellium, you get a little bit of each. You are stepping into a more authentic expression of sovereignty, my ascending Leo natives. Virgo natives, the sacred analyst. Got one for you. Your archetype is the healer, the refiner, and the system keeper. And whether it's the sun, moon, rising, or stellium, we'll be dealing with healing, purification, and structural transformation. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 8th house, initiating deep transformation. You confront fears, release old attachments, and reclaim power. Saturn strengthens your boundaries. Neptune dissolves illusions around intimacy and vulnerability. You emerge with greater clarity and emotional sovereignty. The sun square Uranus electrified your 9th house, shifting beliefs, philosophies, and long-term direction. Sudden insights break open your world view. You may feel compelled to study, travel, or pursue a new path. Uranus awakens your desire for freedom and expansion. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activated your 6th house of health, work, and daily structure. A major reset unfolds. You release outdated routines and step into a more aligned lifestyle. The eclipse supports healing, purification, and new habits. For Virgo suns, this is a transformation of purpose. For Virgo moons, this is an emotional healing. For Virgo rising, this is a shift in health and work. And for the Virgo stellium, you're going to get a little bit of each. You are refining your life into a higher expression of order, my ascending Virgo natives. All right. Libra natives, you know I got one for y'all. The equilibrium keeper, your archetype, the harmonizer, the diplomat, the mirror. And whether it's dealing with your sun, moon, rising, or stellium, it's going to be dealing with relationship evolution, identity recalibration, creative awakening. Saturn and Neptune and Aries activate your seventh house, reshaping relationships. You release outdated dynamics and step into partnerships aligned with authenticity. Saturn demands commitment. Neptune dissolves illusions. You gain clarity around who belongs in your life and who does not. The Sun square Uranus electrifies your eighth house, shifting intimacy, finances, and shared resources. Sudden changes may occur in agreements, contracts, or emotional bonds. Uranus frees you from entanglements that restrict your growth. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activated your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self expression. A new creative cycle begins. Yeah, it did. You may start a project, relationship, or passion path that transforms your life. The eclipse awakens your inner artist. For Libra suns, this is a relational rebirth. For Libra moons, this is emotional clarity. For Libra risings, this is a creative awakening. And for Libra stellium, you get a little bit of each. You are stepping into a more authentic expression of harmony, my ascending Libra natives. Scorpio natives, the shadow walker. Got one for you. Your archetype is the alchemist, the sorcerer, the phoenix. And whether it's dealing with your sun, moon, or rising, or stellium, we're dealing with healing, purification, and structural rebirth. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your sixth house, reshaping your health, work, and daily structure. Saturn demands discipline. Neptune dissolves unhealthy patterns. You release habits that drain your energy and step into a more aligned lifestyle. The Sun square Uranus electrifies your seventh house, shifting relationships. Sudden changes may occur in partnerships, alliances, or commitments. Uranus frees you from dynamics that restrict your evolution. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your fourth house of home, roots, and emotional foundation. A major reset unfolds. You may move, restructure your living environment, or release ancestral patterns. The eclipse opens a path towards emotional freedom. For Scorpio suns, this is a purification of purpose. For Scorpio moons, this is ancestral healing. For Scorpio risings, this is a transformation of home and identity. And for Scorpio stellium, you get a little bit of all three. You are rising into a new level of emotional power, my ascending Scorpio natives. All right. You know, I call this the most important corner of the zodiac because these next three specifically deal with me. Sag natives, the cosmic explorers, got one for you. Your archetype is the seeker, the archer, the vision bearer. And whether it's dealing with the sun, moon, rising, or stellium, it's going to be centered on creative expansion, relational clarity, and mission activation. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your fifth house, awakening creativity, passion, and self-expression. Saturn brings discipline to your creative pursuits. Neptune opens inspiration. You release self-doubt and step into a more authentic expression of your gifts. The sun squaring Uranus electrified your sixth house, shifting work, health, and daily structure. Sudden changes may occur in routines, responsibilities, or habits. Uranus frees you from patterns that restrict your vitality. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activated the third house of communication, writing, and learning. A new voice emerges. You may begin a study, project, or message that influences others. The eclipse opens a path toward intellectual expansion. For Sagittarius suns, this is a creative rebirth. For Sagittarius moons, this is emotional clarity. For Sagittarius risings, this is a shift in communication and purpose. All right. You are stepping into a more expansive expression of truth, my ascending Sagittarius natives. Cappies, Capricorn natives. Y'all know I got one for us. The Mountain Forger. Cappy, your archetype is the strategist, the builder, the authority. And whether it's dealing with the sun, moon, rising, and a stellium, it's dealing with foundation, restructuring, financial clarity, and emotional grounding. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activated your fourth house, reshaping your emotional foundation. You release old patterns, ancestral imprints, and outdated roles. Saturn strengthens your inner structure. Neptune dissolves illusions around security. You build a new foundation aligned with your evolution. The sun square Uranus electrified your fifth house, shifting creativity, romance, and self-expression. Sudden changes may occur in relationships or creative projects. Uranus awakens your desire for freedom and authenticity. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activates your second house of finances, values, and self-worth. A major reset unfolds. You release outdated financial patterns and step into greater abundance. This eclipse opens a path toward material stability. Hell yeah. For Capricorn suns, boop. This is a redefinition of purpose. For Capricorn moons, this is emotional grounding. For Capricorn risings, this is a shift in resources and values. And for Capricorn stellium, me again, you're going to get a little bit of all three. I can dig all of this right here. Yeah, I'm good with all of this. You are building a new foundation for long-term success, my ascending Capricorn natives. Aquarius natives. Yep, got one for us too. The Star Seer. Your archetype is the visionary, the innovator, the future bearer. And whether it's dealing with sun, moon, rising, or stellium, it's dealing with your identity rebirth, relational clarity, and mental awakening. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your third house, reshaping communication, learning, and thought patterns. Saturn brings discipline to your voice. Neptune opens insightful insight. You release outdated narratives and step into a more authentic expression of truth. The sun square Uranus electrified your fourth house, shifting home, family, and emotional foundation. Sudden changes may occur in your living environment or inner world. Uranus frees you from patterns that restrict your emotional freedom. The solar eclipse in your sign marks a complete identity reset. You release old versions of yourself and step into a new timeline. The eclipse activates your destiny path and aligns you with your future self. For Aquarius suns, this is a rebirth of identity. For Aquarius moons, this is emotional liberation. For Aquarius rising, this is a destiny level shift. And for Aquarius stellium, you're going to get a little bit of all three. You are stepping into the future version of yourself, my ascending Aquarius natives. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, Pisces natives. You know I got one for y'all. The Dream Keeper. Your archetype is the mystic, the empath, the vision weaver. And whether this is dealing with a sun, moon, rising, or stellium, it's dealing with your financial clarity, spiritual grounding, and karmic release. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your second house, reshaping finances, values, and self-worth. Saturn demands discipline. Neptune dissolves illusion around scarcity. You release outdated financial patterns and step into greater stability. The Sun square Uranus electrified your third house, shifting communication, learning, and thought patterns. Sudden insights break open your world view. Uranus awakens your desire for freedom and authenticity. The solar eclipse in Aquarius activated your 12th house, initiating a deep spiritual reset. You release karmic patterns, ancestral imprints, and unconscious fears. The eclipse opens a path towards spiritual clarity. For Pisces suns, this is a redefinition of values. For Pisces moons, this is an emotional purification. For Pisces rising, this is a spiritual rebirth. And for a Pisces stellium, you're going to get a little bit of each. You are stepping into a more grounded expression of your mystical nature. The era of reforging, awakening, and recoding. Humanity stands inside a rare triad of forces that reshape identity, accelerate liberation, and reset collective timelines. Saturn and Neptune in Aries ignite the great fire reforging, a long-wave purification that strips away false identities and awakens the original flame of purpose. This transit dissolves illusions around selfhood while forging new structures of courage, discipline, and sovereignty. Every individual feels the summons to step into a more authentic expression of themselves. The collective experiences a shift in leadership paradigms, moving from dominance towards integrity, moving from reaction towards conscious action. The Sun square Uranus delivers a lightning strike that disrupts stagnation and accelerates evolution. This aspect electrifies the nervous system and reveals where life has gone too predictable or constrained. Sudden insights, unexpected shifts, and rapid breakthroughs emerge across relationships, work, and identity. Uranus liberates the psyche from outdated patterns, while the Sun illuminates the truth beneath the surface. The collective experiences a surge of innovation, rebellion, and experimentation. Individuals feel compelled to break free from roles that no longer resonate. The solar eclipse and new moon in Aquarius open the shadow gate, a threshold where the past dissolves and the future emerges with unusual clarity. This eclipse resets collective consciousness, dissolving attachments to outdated systems and awakening new versions for community, technology, and social evolution. Aquarius governs liberation. innovation, and collective intelligence. The eclipse amplifies these themes, inviting individuals to release narratives that restrict their potential and step into a more expansive expression of self. Together, these three movements form a triad of transformation. Saturn plus Aries and plus Neptune in Aries, the long wave purification. The sun squaring Uranus, the immediate awakening. Solar eclipse and new moon in Aquarius, the timeline reset. The collective enters a phase where authenticity becomes non negotiable. Illusions dissolve, structures shift, identities evolve. The world feels the tension between the old paradigm and the emerging future. Those who cling to familiarity experience friction. Those who embrace change experience acceleration. This triad activates the warrior mystic, the visionary, and the innovator archetype within every individual. It calls for courage, clarity, and willingness to release what no longer aligns. The path ahead requires presence, discernment, and trust in the deeper intelligence guiding the shift. Humanity stands at the threshold of a new era. The fire refines, the lightning awakens, the eclipse recodes. Those who step forward with awareness will shape the next chapter of collective evolution. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Your mastered self awaits you. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. Any comments, any questions, any concerns? Zodiac natives, individual soul vibrations. How'd I do there, High Priestess?
You always the man with the plan. You did swell, very swell. I definitely was grateful to hear that Capricorn Aquarius,
Yes.
this is my lunar return and I noticed I started paying attention to when people ask me, what do I need? It takes me a while to figure it out. So I used today just to ponder on that question.
Good.
And it feels good.
Good. Sojourner, you good? If you're able to unmute yourself. Kentara, how about you? I know you're not working today. You might can unmute yourself and speak up. Hey, there you go. Can't hear you. Say it again. Start over again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Back on the road.
So sorry. You can hear me though?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, but I can't hear you.
Well, how do you know?
Sorry, I'm driving too. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Give me a second. Try something.
Oh, it's because the iPad. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm driving to
Just
the
talk.
ocean actually because I was just trying to release some energy. But yeah, I was just grateful to hear about the Capricorn also. And I just had a lot of spiritual downloads last night, this morning time frame. So yeah, I'm just grateful to see what the future holds.
Very good. Well, we're glad that you could make it today. I'm grateful and thankful for you showing up today. And you be careful and pay attention while you're driving. All right.
I will.
All right.
All right.
Dawn, how you doing? Dawn?
I am wonderful and very much enjoy the readings for everybody.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are a bright and shiny aura type of person to come along on this journey with us. We are always grateful to have you here. Always.
Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely. Natanya, how you doing up there? Unmute yourself. There you go.
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we rolling along. We getting this thing together.
All
Uh,
right.
and the more High Priestess and I do this, the more efficient and the better and the more beneficial it will continue to evolve and become greater.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Um, I enjoyed Pisces, of course.
Absolutely. You always log in just in time. Yes, you do.
Yes, that was perfect. That's what I said. I was like, shoot, that was perfect. Not that I wouldn't enjoy hearing everybody else,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely. Yep.
but that redefinition of values.
Yes.
Mm. And can I just talk about how today has been an amazing day? Like,
Absolutely, you can.
it's just like today has been an amazing day. Um, and as always, like I said, them 88s, man, like, and I had just linked up with my godson. I hadn't seen him in a while. Like, 88 was there before I got there, and then right before I got home, 88, like it was like beginning. It's just like just little things. I love it. I love my
Absolutely.
master
Once
self.
once you once you get a taste of those 88 days and into your mastered self, once you get a little taste of it, first of all, 88s are going to pop up all over. And I'm going to tell you that the 88s have always been there. You just never recognized them.
Right, I believe it.
They've always been there. Uh, but number two, what it does every time you see the 88, it gives you a little bit more self mastery each and every time you
Mm,
see it because it's a reaffirming of the
hmm
self mastery. So I'm thankful and grateful that you're on that path. We have the full. See, the 88 I gave you, that was just one sheet affirmation for 88 days.
hmm
Oh, we got the whole show enough legit program now, girlfriend.
Man,
So,
okay. Well,
yeah,
I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, but yeah,
yeah.
I feel amazing, and thank you. I received the message.
All right, all right. And just so y'all know, between now and uh April 1st, Ryan and I are doing everything within our cosmic and natural powers and abilities and talents to protect some content that we have created. And trust and believe, once it's protected, oh, we're gonna do a full court amoeba press. We're gonna do that old UNLV style press where we're just gonna cover everybody with this shit. We're gonna make them say, stop, stop. Okay, that's enough on the sevens. That's enough. Okay, okay, stop. All right, give me a little bit more. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm Ryan. Is it all right if I tease about one of our commercials? You know which one I want to tease about, right? Okay, we got one commercial that all of y'all that's on the call right now, y'all gonna go nuts over this commercial. It's but I'm not gonna tell you none of the specifics. I'm just gonna let y'all know in a little more than a month y'all gonna be able to see some of the funniest, most innovative uh, ads to get people to come and check out what you're doing. No more, we're not worried about little jingles and having celebrity influencers and all that. Fuck, we are influencers. Everybody that's on this screen with me is a damn influencer, okay? We are our own influencer. Step into your power. Yeah, okay, okay. Step into your power. Step in. Quit faking the funk and just step into your power. It's time. It's time. It's time. You know, uh, 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 all's quiet on the political front right now because folks don't know how to take what's going on right now. And and again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I ain't for the red team. I ain't for the blue team. Got my own team. So you know. Um, however, for everybody who hates the Orange Man, I say this with the utmost respect. and the utmost clarity of thought. He is a perfect example of somebody that steps into his power and holds on to it. Love him, hate him, whatever it is. He's a perfect example that once he gets a hold of the brass ring, he don't fucking let it go until he gets done with it. Each one of us that's on here right now, I'm compelled, I'm talking to everybody, I'm talking to me first. Step into your power, man. Stop faking the funk, man. Stop dumbing down yourself. Stop limiting yourself. Stop thinking that, oh, if I broadcast 5 days a week, that's too much. No, it's not. You got 7 days in a week. What's wrong with the other 2 days? What? Stop making excuses for doing nothing. Stop saying, oh, well, only they can do that. I can't do that. Stop comparing yourself against somebody else. Stop putting yourself second and letting everything outside of you come first. Stop saying, I will do thus and such, and start saying, I am doing. Because when you say I am, you're getting your ass up. When you say I will, that's forecasting. I am means I'm currently, like it's in motion right now. I'm not talking about believing anything. Go with what you know. I don't believe shit. I told y'all, I don't BELIEVE nothing. I either know something or I don't. And if it's something I don't know, if I'm interested in it, then I'll pick up some books and read about this shit, and then I will know that. Go with what you know, what you already know, what you already have. Trust me, what each of us got a project. Each of us got an idea. Each of us got an entrepreneurial thing. Each of us got something that, for whatever reason, we have. Not yet, not yet, yeah. Not yet time is over. Go with it. Go with whatever it is. Package it up right now. Pretty it up, dust it off, put it in a nice little thing, wrap it up, and let's push it out there in the window and see who's gonna buy it. Package it up. Go with what you got right now. Trust me when I tell you this, it's enough. It's more than enough. It's more than good. It's already perfect. I had to get something in me. I'm a 7, so perfection was something that used to drive me nuts. I have come to the realization that I can be perfectly imperfect. So whatever you got, whatever condition it's in, whatever the idea, whatever the project, if it's the book, if it's software, if it's oils, if it's this, if it's that, if it's teaching, whatever it is, pick it up, blow dust off of it, and boom, let's go with it. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work? Well, it ain't working now anyway. So trust me, if it's something that is in your heart, that's been aligned with your soul, something that you've put more than just a few dollars into it, you cried over this shit, you got mad over this shit, you done stopped working on it because it puzzled you, and then you come back and picked it up and you've nursed this thing along like I've done with all of this that I do, it's going to work. I don't have a plan B. I don't have nothing in the hopper in case this doesn't materialize. This is it. This is all I have. Put it all on the 7's. I don't have plan B. Plan B, you have plan B, that's built in. You think you're going to fail at plan A. I'm not failing. You're not failing. We're not failing. We are thriving. We are ascending. We are expanding. We are awakening. We are embracing change. And we are letting go of old paradigm each and every day. Any comments? Any questions? I can ramble on and on and on. I'm gonna shut up. Any comments? Any questions? Any concerns? Ryan, you got anything before we close out tonight, my brother?
I think it was a great show. I appreciate everybody showing up. Everything was right on point. What do you think about us having every now and then we had a crowd hold some energy for us, because this is our call. Everybody on here, this isn't just something casual for the people that's been showing up. This is our call, our community. We got to treat it as such. So what I'm thinking is I think maybe sometimes we show them our marketing materials and then we give them the vision. You know, the vision is to at least eventually get to like 25,000 members. We all know the metaphysical community is humongous. We all know people who are into these types of things are humongous. And long story short, to cut straight to it, because it's so small right now, those that are here now, you know, I think Mark will agree, we're going to find a way to put some money aside. That's a lot of cash flow. We're going to find a way to put some money aside, and we're not going to forget those who helped us in the beginning. So we like for y'all to hold some energy for that. You know, see this call getting bigger and bigger. You know, put us in your prayers and your meditation, whatever you want to call it. And we want to have the floor sometimes just to show you guys what we working on, and y'all hold that energy. And if you do know someone who needs it, you know, talk to Mark and let's bring him to the call. Mark, you pretty much approve of that statement?
Absolutely, bro.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna put something in the chat, and you know, you ladies know our goal, and I want to show this to you ladies and give any feedback, or you know, it's a rough draft. We're doing what we can, but if you know someone who needs that, or if you have any feedback, or if you're willing to share that, you know, let us know. You know, we put it out there. You know, we want to manifest at least 25,000 members and then go from there. And I mean, with how many people on this call, it'll truly benefit you all to help us in any way you can, if not just hold some energy for us. So I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, you know, when we bust wide and become a sensation, uh, those of y'all that's been with us since the inception, y'all get grandfathered in. We gonna take care of y'all. Some of y'all gonna be on the payroll shit, because we're not gonna be able to service and sustain it just me and him by ourselves. No, 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 no. So this is more than just uh, we're talking about astrology or cards or anything like that. You know, this is definitely new paradigm type of communication, new paradigm type of entrepreneurial endeavors, and new paradigm collaborations. I'm building uh, the Council of Seven, and we have uh, 5 confirmed in the council already, and Ryan and I are vetting someone currently right now. So yeah, once we lock all of that in and get the 7 of us in our rightful spots and in right situations, I know that the acceleration and the expansion and the 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 getting of 10,000 subscribers, that's gonna happen faster than me and Ryan can even blink. Um, yeah, especially once the right person gets a little bit of our information in their hands. Yeah, they'll boop 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 boop, and next thing you know, yeah. So we're grateful, man. We're grateful, thankful, and you know, between now, like I said, between now and April 1st, We're doing a bunch of shit behind the scenes and to make sure that our content is protected, and then once it's protected, we're gonna unleash it into the common areas for the public, and we're gonna allow the superiority of our content to be the draw. We won't have to spend a lot on advertising after the initial wave. In the beginning, Ryan, don't you agree? The first part, yeah, we'll have to spend a little bit on advertising, but once the momentum builds and the wave of communication starts, there's gonna be folks coming looking for us, bro.
Yeah, and then the way the product line is built out, the way the membership is built out, there's so many different ways to use it. They'll be using it for months, using it in different ways, using it
Yeah,
a different way every day, and it's tailored. And
yeah,
they can't get that type of tailored exclusivity and privacy nowhere else at that
nowhere,
level. So
nowhere else.
um, they have a reason to stick around and try it and keep telling a friend and bringing the
Absolutely.
family.
Bring the whole family. I mean, I don't know what other site you can go in and type a question in, and want me or Ryan will get back to you like in minutes. If it's possible, right, right. But yeah, you can't go to astrology.com and tell them to progress your chart and then give you a reading on that. They'd be like, huh? What? So yeah, we are going to force the charlatans and the folks who are playing spiritual guru. We're gonna force their hand, and we're gonna make them either put up or get the fuck out. One of the two. So we're grateful, man. We're grateful. Anybody else? And I will be able to email these two flyers to any of y'all if y'all want to get a up close and personal view of those. Just shoot me a text and I'll send it over to you. All right. Anybody else? Miss Williams, you good? You got a final word?
Yeah, all's well. Just I guess just try to enjoy the journey. Try to find joy in the process.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Since there'll be nothing else, this has been On the Sevens with Pythons B Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Pythons B Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. As above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level. It is so, it is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Until we gather again, goodbye for now. I am Pythons B Metatron on the Sevens, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. We probably broadcast maybe this weekend, but most definitely